Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bible reading plan. Today we are in Acts chapter 8, and I don't know, about a week ago you probably heard me say in Acts chapter 1 that Acts 1:8 is fulfilled by Acts 8:1. I'm not sure if I said that, but it's true. Acts 8:1 is fulfilled by Acts 1:8 is fulfilled by Acts 8:1. And Acts 1:8, if you remember, I told you it is a kind of marker for the entire book of Acts. It says, but you will receive power in when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you'll be my witnesses in Jerusalem and Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. And from then on until Acts 8, the Christians in the area had been staying in one place. They had been, instead of dispersing, instead of being God's witnesses everywhere to the ends of the earth, they were just staying in Jerusalem and, fellowshipping, having a good time. They were living a Christian life right where everyone else, where all the other Christians were. And it's kind of like a Tower of Babel situation where God says, go be my witnesses everywhere, and they stay in one place. So God, if you remember the Tower of Babel, he confuses their language. And when persecution arrives, I believe God maybe not doesn't cause the persecution, but he uses this persecution to disperse the Christians, the early Christians. And in Acts 8:1, it says, and there arose on that day a great persecution against the church in Jerusalem, and they were all scattered throughout the regions of Judea and Samaria, except the apostles. And maybe it wasn't the apostles because they were brave or they had more courage or boldness. Maybe it was because we saw earlier Gamaliel said, don't touch the apostles, because if this is of God, then you may be caught opposing God. So we don't know why the apostles were the only ones, it says, to stay. But we see God uses this dispersion of the early Christians to spread the gospel like wildfire, because they just wouldn't stop talking about the gospel. And it's gives us the sense of urgency, because in heaven we can also, we can fellowship with each other, we can break bread with each other, we can laugh, we can preach the gospel with each other, or we can do all of these things. We can share in the love of Jesus with each other, but we cannot share the gospel. We cannot share the gospel with non-believers. That's something we cannot do in heaven, because there will be no non-believers in heaven. So while we're on earth, the thing we can do that we won't be able to do in heaven is share the gospel with non-believers. And that's what we need to do. There's a sense of urgency. This short time we're on this earth, we need to be going and sharing the gospel. And God knew that, and he used this dispersion, this persecution, to show the Christians, hey, you need to be going out. You need to be going to the ends of the earth and sharing this message. So I challenge you today to go and share the gospel. If you have someone in mind today that you think needs the gospel, that doesn't have that, doesn't know the truth, then I challenge you today to go and share that. And we see in verse 26, Philip, he goes to an Ethiopian eunuch that he finds, and he shares the gospel with him. And if you go to Africa today, many people think that the father of the first African church was this Ethiopian eunuch, the one who started Christianity in Africa. So Philip going and planting that seed, he's going out and he's sharing the gospel. That starts something that grows bigger and bigger and bigger than he ever was. And I just challenge you today to go, just have faith in God, go share the gospel with someone. That's your calling on this earth while you're here. But thank you for joining me today in Acts 8. Hope to see you tomorrow in Acts chapter 9. Bye.